I just recently heard of a new group that's going to break out over there, I guess. Busted.
Busted,
Yeah. I actually am a fan of that song. I cannot get it out of my head. The Sleeping with the Lights On or something.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't get over that song. It's very catchy.
Huge,
well, and it's very different because they're kind of a boy. They have a voice like a boy band thing, but they do rock music, so it's kind of in between.
Do you think they'll
So I think they'll do really well in the States because nothing really like that. They do. That's what I think is a catchy too. Yeah.
They sing with an American accent as well. So it's
They,
kind of like
I was going to say that.
sort
They
of
don't
thing.
have an American, I mean, they don't have the whole British accent when they sing,
Yeah.
which sometimes a lot of vocalists have because you're taught as a vocalist to lose all accent and just
Yeah.
sing. So that's what I was. So
I think
how many people know, I guess, a lot about the UK? Where I'm from, not many people do. And so our first impression were like high trousers and cocky. So, but I've told them, you know, going back, I was like, no, I don't think people think that that's an impression of the people. But they do, however, know that he's, you know, he knows what he likes and what he doesn't. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of necessary for the show because a lot of people, I'd already done backup vocalists and I'd already been in the industry, but kind of in the back, you know, not really in the limelight. And people don't realize how hard it is, and they don't realize that it's not all fun and games. You know, you work really hard, and sometimes when you work really hard, it doesn't pay off. People still bash, and people still, you know, it's like opinions. Everyone has one. So I don't know. I think he's very necessary. He sets you up for the industry, and that's what he's doing. He's thickening your skin. So it feels a bit not. I don't know. I guess I kind of skipped the whole surreal because on American Idol, from the audition process, there were cameras, there were interviews, there were photo shoots, there were TV. So everything kind of got thrown at me to where you just had to do it, and it was in a 24-hour period every day. So I think I'm just used to it. I think I skipped the whole. Like I feel like I'm already like been in the business for like 5 years with everything that I've done. So a lot of TV, movie, like stuff like that. So it's like impossible. You'd think it would be impossible to fit it all in, and it is. But they do.
Yeah.
We do fit it in. Thankful is a popular one.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ones I wrote, and I worked with Babyface on. He produced that.
Would that be your favourite one?
That kind of is my favorite one off the album as well, just because I started writing that song before even American Idol. And because I always go through, my apartment had recently burned down in LA, I had to move home, and that's when I started writing it. I was staying with a friend, and I was writing it in Jessica's house. And I was like, you know, because at least as bad as it gets, it could always be worse. And I was very thankful that I had a house to come home to, you know. I had family and friends. But in the end, I ended up finishing writing the song after American Idol. And it was, you know, kind of a thank you to the fans and for everybody kind of supporting me and stuff. So, and it always can be worse. Like, so, you know, you always, and even if you do feel like you're at rock bottom, well, you can only go up from there. So it's kind of a thankful for people kind of being there. So. I never really wanted to do acting before they approached me with the idea, and because it was the musical factor, I thought, well, it might be cool, and it was for kids. I'm really into kids and stuff. I was a teacher, so I thought it was really cool to kind of do something for them. There's not a lot of things that they can see that's not cartoon to go to the movies and see. So it was a really fun experience, and I write scripts. I'm big in writing, so it's kind of cool to see how the script goes into play, you know, and how they kind of work off of that. And you don't even go naturally from the script. You improv and you do stuff like that. It's kind of cool. So I might do something like it in the future. Definitely more passionate about music. That's my big thing. But it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun working. The schedule is much easier than mine. So I actually enjoyed the movie because it was, it was waking up early and stuff. But I wake up early every day and I do so much throughout the day. You know, you wake up and you just do one scene and you take a break for like 3 hours, and you do another scene and you take a break. Like it's ridiculous how easy it was. So, an independent woman means to me someone that can handle things on her own, but not so bullheaded that she doesn't let somebody help out every now and then. You know, can realize that there's two heads are better than one, and not so stubborn, because some of us are. So yeah, I think that's someone that's independent. They can, you know, they could hack it on their own, but you know, they're smart enough to know that, you know, two is better than one. You're gonna laugh at me, but I have a lot of different styles. I love everyone from like Aerosmith to Aretha Franklin to Mariah Carey to No Doubt, big fan of theirs. I love Coldplay. You know, you can always learn from different kind of artists like that. Yeah, people like Bette Midler. Oh, huge fan of Bette Midler. And yeah, I mean, I like all different types of music. So. Actually, nobody in my family is musically talented, and I had no clue I could even sing until I was like 13, until I was in junior high. So I was actually a dancer, and I choreographed a lot for around Dallas area and around my town and stuff like that. And I was actually choreographing with a friend of mine, BJ, in the hall, and the cheerleaders, everybody was sitting there, and I was choreographing for them, and I started singing along with the song, and everybody was like, you've got a nice voice, and I was like, okay, whatever. I never really heard myself. I never really thought about it. So, and I was like, okay, whatever. And the choir teacher heard me singing, and she asked me to get in choir, and I was like, okay, but I can't sing. And I got in, and I was like, oh, okay, I can. So it was really weird. Yeah, my family was very shocked. It's like when I remember coming home saying, I joined choir, and my mom was like, what? She was like, but you don't sing. She was like, and I was like, apparently I can a little bit. So. And they thought it was really weird. The first time I ever sang was Vision of Love, Mariah Carey. And I sang it as a solo in a big choir thing that we did in the town. And everybody was like, what? Like, it came out of nowhere. For me, too, as well. So I didn't really know.
Because that's quite a song to actually sing. I mean, it's a amazing song, isn't it?
I lack challenges. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what people, somebody even said that. They were like, I don't know, that's a pretty big song. And I was like, okay, now I'm just going to do it. So, since you said that.
So from that moment on, you decided...
Oh, from the moment I actually sang that song on stage, I was like, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't, anything. I just had so much fun on the stage. Felt very at home, probably because of the fact that I've been dancing so long. So I was used to being on stage and stuff. So, I had a blast with it. And people, for somebody to come up to you and say, oh, I'm so inspired by you. That's something that, it's priceless. You can't really get that. I figure if God gave me the talent, I might as well use it. So. Yeah. I actually recently finished a tour, and it was kind of a smaller tour. We only did like 8 dates because I came here after that. So I kind of have to spread the love all around the world now. So, and the second single just got released, Low. Just found out it was #1 on Hero back home. So I was pretty excited about that. And it's doing well. It's climbing the charts, just like was Independent had. So I don't know. We're kind of going to work off how much we can get out of the CD. We think we have, maybe 4 singles into it. So kind of going to work on that. Do some more touring in early January.
In the UK?
Yeah, possibly doing a worldwide tour actually. So yeah, things are going well. So very happy. So.